Good morning. So today I am going to my friend Veronica's graduation party. She went to cosmetology school with me. We graduated earlier this year, but her younger sister also graduated high school this year. So her family is kind of throwing the both of them like a combined graduation party. So I thought that while I got ready and did my makeup, I would chat with you a little bit. I've been getting a lot of questions about, my first year working in a salon, building clientele, making money, like what is the reality of life right after cosmetology school. So I thought it'd be the perfect opportunity to talk about that while I do my makeup. So I'll just list all the products that I'm using on my face in the description, so in case you see me do something and you're wondering what it is, everything will be listed down below. So for those of you who maybe are new and don't know, I graduated cosmetology school this past February, and let me tell you, it has been an amazing few months, but it's also kind of been a little overwhelming and somewhat stressful. I guess let me tell you like what jobs I've had so far, like out of school, because I get a lot of questions about that too. So when I was in school, I was assisting at a salon, and I worked there during the week some days right after school, and then on Saturdays as well. I was just shampooing, cleaning up, keeping the salon tidy, offering clients drinks, getting them draped for the stylist, rinsing out color, etc. So you can assist while you're still in school. You don't need to have your license necessarily. Some assisting positions do require you to apply color and stuff like that, in which case you would need your license, at least in Pennsylvania where I live. But the job that I had did not require me to be licensed. So I started that like maybe 3 months into school, and I did that the whole time up until I graduated. So they did offer me my own chair at that salon, but I didn't take it because A, it was a pretty far drive from my house, and B, it was like a really small, like all organic, all natural salon. Their prices were super high. They didn't take walk-ins. All the stylists like had their own set clientele. There wasn't like overflow, and so I just didn't see an opportunity for myself to grow there and build a clientele. So while I was assisting, I was getting paid hourly. I think she was paying me $8 or $9 an hour, and I was obviously only part-time because I was doing it while I was in school. And then I would get tips. A lot of the times clients, like if I would shampoo them, they would, tip me a few dollars. So obviously I was like hardly making any money doing that. I actually had a second job while I was in school working at a clothing store. So I was struggling. I was working every single day after school till like 10 or 11 o'clock. And then I was working Saturdays and Sundays also, and kind of splitting my time half and half between the salon and my clothing store, just so I could get by basically and have money for like food and gas. The whole time that I was in school, and even now still, I moved back home with my parents because I knew that like I wasn't going to be able to afford rent and, be able to pay a lot of bills on my own and stuff. So once I was getting closer to graduation, I had to decide, okay, where do I want to start looking for jobs? What type of salon do I want to be in? Do I want to go to a chain salon, or do I want to be in a private salon? I knew that I did not want to go to a chain like, a Holiday Hair or Supercuts, or even like a JCPenney salon or anything like that. That is, your own personal decision, but just based on what I was told from teachers at school and other hairstylists that I knew and worked with, I just didn't think that was going to be the best fit for me. From what I was told, when you're in a chain salon, there's just not room really for creativity. The whole point is you have to get clients in and out as quickly as possible. So if someone comes in and they say that they want highlights, you have to do it the quickest way possible. You don't really have the opportunity to try different techniques and be creative. You're only allowed to take one client at a time, and you have to, be done with them at a certain time. It's got to be super, super quick. Because I came from working a corporate job and I didn't want my hairstyling job to feel corporate. I didn't want there to be these strict rules and guidelines and quotas. Also, I feel like with chain salons, people for the most part are going there because they A, want the cheapest price, and B, they want to be quick in and out. So they're less likely, I think, to be loyal to you. And then if you decide to leave there and go to a more private salon, the chances of them following you there and being willing to pay like more expensive prices isn't as likely. So it's like, yeah, you can go there and you'll be busy because they have walk-ins all the time and you'll be able to get a lot of practice, which is good. But as far as like building clientele for the long term, I don't really think, from what I've been told, it's not like the best option. So yeah, I ended up in a private salon and it was honestly like the best thing for me just starting out because it was a really popular, well-known salon in the area. A lot of people went there and they had such a high demand. And then the owner had her own set of clients that would come to her week after week. She didn't really have any free time to take new clients. So whenever new people would call or walk in, it was really just between me and one other girl. So I had the opportunity to get, even though I didn't have clients of my own, I was still getting a lot of people. On top of that, they also offered a lot of services besides just hair. So even though I hate doing nails so much, I was doing a lot of mani-pedis there, which sometimes I hated, but it was good because it was giving me the opportunity to meet more people. And the other good thing about that salon was I was making commission off of the services I was doing, but then if I wasn't with a client, I could also get paid hourly by pitching in and assisting or hopping on and helping the receptionist at the front desk. So I was getting 40% commission there on services and then an additional $9 an hour during the time I wasn't working on clients. So that was nice because there wasn't a single time that I was sitting there at the salon not making money. So I ended up only staying at that salon for a few months because it was an hour away from my house. So the commute was just starting to get to be too much for me, and I still wasn't making enough money to be able to move out and get a place closer to the salon. I was getting paid every week, and I want to say, including tips, I was making anywhere between $300 to $500 a week. And I was working full-time there. But, I mean, again, keep in mind, I live in Pennsylvania. I don't live in a big city. So, if you live in, like, LA or New York, or even Philadelphia or something, you might be able to make more than that just starting out. I don't really know. So, yeah, I left that salon and I actually got offered a job at another salon very, very close to my house. So it's been about a month and a half now that I've been at my this is now my third salon that I'm working in. And over here, it's kind of a similar thing. I am getting paid based on commission, but then I'm also getting like an hourly rate when I'm not busy. I highly, highly recommend when you're going and looking at a salon, one of the questions that you should ask is, how much are they going to pay you? Is it going to be commission based? How much commission are you going to get? Like, what percentage are you going to get? What are your prices going to be? Because a lot of the times as a junior stylist, as someone straight out of school, your prices are of course going to be lower than people who have more years of experience than you. So find out like what your prices are going to be, what is your commission percentage going to be, and then also see if there's opportunities for you to get paid hourly as well. Because when you're first starting out, if you don't have clients and you're not going to be busy every single day that you're working, there's going to be days where you're going to go into work and you're going to make $0 for the day. But if you can get in the salon where they're willing to pay you hourly, or maybe, you can split your time half as a stylist, half as an assistant or receptionist or something like that. Find a way where you can make a little bit more money while you're there. Another thing to keep in mind as far as pay and all that is benefits. Most private salons don't offer any benefits, so health insurance and stuff like that. So more than likely, depending on what your living situation is, how many bills you have to pay and all that, you might need to get a second or even third job, honestly, to get by within the first year or so that you're starting out. I want to wait right now till summer is over because summer is the slow season for hairstylists. So it's been slow at my salon for everyone, like even my boss who has a huge clientele. So I'm going to wait till the end of summer and see how things start to pick up a little bit. But I think that I am probably going to end up getting a second job. A third job actually, if you want to consider YouTube my second job. Just so I can have some extra money because right now, the way things are going, I'm like paycheck to paycheck. And that's just with like my own little personal bills. Like I don't have rent and an electric bill. That's why when people message me and they're like, oh, yeah, I don't know. Like I'm considering going to cosmetology school. I'm really torn because I like hair, but I just don't know, blah, blah, blah. Like, this industry is tough to be in, and I don't want to say that to discourage anyone, because if you love what you do, it's totally worth it. But if you're not super passionate about this, and this isn't, like, what you feel you're meant to be doing, it's hard to stick with, especially in the beginning, because, you know, you're not gonna make a lot just starting out most of the time. So if you are thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna be a hairstylist, it's gonna be so much fun, blah, 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 you know, keep in mind the reality of the job. It's tough. You're dealing with people sometimes that are just really difficult, really rude, very hard to please. You know, depending on the salon you're in, you might have to do someone's nails and have to do pedicures and get someone with really funky feet. It's not a super glamorous job all of the time. Yeah, you're in the beauty industry, but you're there to make other people look and feel beautiful. So a lot of times we get the gross end of the stick. Like when I'm leaving the salon some days, I look a mess. I have bleach stains on my clothes, I'm sweaty, I'm disgusting, my hair's a mess, my makeup is all messed up. And then also keep in mind too that like you're standing all day long. I'm used to it because I worked retail for so many years, so it doesn't bother me. For people who aren't used to it, you know, your feet might hurt, your back are gonna start to hurt, your legs are gonna be tired. But I love it so much, and there isn't anything else I'd rather be doing. I mean, right now, the only part about it that is like, is the money. Because I wish that I was making a little bit more. I'm not trying to live some bougie, high-class lifestyle, but it'd be nice to be able to afford to live on my own, have my own place, just be more financially independent, and not be living paycheck to paycheck. But I know that that's just how it is when you're first starting out, and I just need to stick it out, and I'm optimistic that I will grow my clientele and I will be successful at this career. There's definitely days where I feel very discouraged and stressed out, and I'm like, oh my god, how am I gonna survive doing this? But I just remind myself that, you know, it is what it is, and this is just part of the process and part of this career that I chose. One of the hairstylists that I worked with when I was assisting still in school told me that when she got her first job out of school, one of the stylists at her salon actually left because she had a baby and she just decided she didn't want to do hair anymore. So she was able to take all of her clients. So she went from being straight out of school to suddenly having a full book, which is amazing. And sometimes that happens for people. Sometimes you'll end up in a salon where a stylist will leave and you can get their clients, or one of the stylists will just be so overbooked and they'll have such an overflow that you'll get to take on some of their excess people. But what I've been doing for myself to build clients, first of all, every single person that you have in your chair, see that as an opportunity for you to get more people. So I always tell myself, I need to make this person's hair look amazing. I need them to leave the salon and have people look at them and be like, oh my god, who does your hair? Where do you go? Because I need my hair to look like that. And I want them to love it so much so that way there's a greater chance that they'll go home, take a bunch of selfies, tag me, tell their friends to come to me. You know what I'm saying? Also, this is something that you're gonna have to get approved with your boss, obviously, but my boss let me bring models in. I've been watching a lot of videos, taking a lot of online classes, and there has been a bunch of new techniques that I wanted to try out. So I posted on Instagram, hey, I'm looking for some models. Does anyone want to come in and get your hair done, like, you know, for super cheap? And all they had to pay was like the cost of product. And not only was it good for me because it gave me an opportunity to practice more and learn more and get better, but also that's more heads of hair now that are walking around with my name on them. And every person that would come in, I would try to get them to rebook for another appointment in the future. And I would hand them all my business cards and I would tell them to tell their friends and family, and I offered them extra discounts. Like if you can do some type of referral program, that's awesome too. Give them like your business cards or punch card or something and tell them, if you bring 5 people to me and they say that you referred them, those people can get a discount, and then maybe they can get a discount too, or like a free service or something like that. So that's been working for me. And just word of mouth, I've had a lot of people, even though I was working in Allentown an hour away from where I'm at now, I've had people come all the way from there to come see me because I did their friend's hair. And make sure that, you know, you have a portfolio on Instagram, you're posting pictures of your work. I also signed up for Facebook recently, finally. I never had one until now, if you can believe it. I joined a bunch of local groups with people that, you know, live in this area, and a lot of times people will go on there and they'll say that, you know, they're looking for a hairstylist, or they'll ask like, you know, where do you guys go and get your hair done? And that's a perfect place to promote yourself. And make sure that you have business cards, keep them with you at all times, because you never know when there's going to be an opportunity where you might meet someone and you want to hand them out, or, you know, maybe even go to local popular restaurants, coffee shops, whatever in your area, see if they'll let you leave some of your business cards up at the front desk. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's important to know. So yeah, that's all kind of like the reality of the job, but I mean, I don't want it to sound negative because it's also an amazing career and I love it so much so far. You know, there's definitely a lot of benefits to it. You get to be creative, you get to meet new people all the time. You also get to like make your own schedule, which is really nice. It depends on the salon you're in, obviously, but for the most part, all hairstylists work Saturdays, sometimes Sundays, but then like during the week you can kind of make your schedule how you want. You don't have to get up super early, which is nice. My earliest days I start at 10 o'clock and I only work 10 minutes down the street from my house, so I like to drench my face with setting spray and then I very, very lightly bounce my beauty blender over everything. I feel like it just helps blur everything together. And also if I have any excess, it'll just like pick it up so that nothing looks cakey. It's like my favorite tip for making your makeup look super flawless. Alright, so that camera died, so I switched over to my regular vlog camera. So I'm gonna head out to this party pretty soon. I can't wait because I'm starving. I have yet to eat anything and my stomach keeps growling. Let me show you my outfit real quick. It's super simple, but... So I'm just wearing this plain white t-shirt dress from H&M. I do have some shapewear underneath just in case because it is a little on the short side. And then I have this oversized distressed denim jacket from Urban Outfitters that is pretty old. And then my shoes are these really cute suede clogs from Aldi. Love them. And yeah, so there is my outfit. And it's still pretty cloudy outside, but I'm gonna bring these sunglasses with me just in case. I honestly have no idea where they're even from. I'm so sorry. I found them in my collection a couple days ago and I completely forgot that I even had them. I don't think I've even worn them ever. But they're cute. So I'm gonna head out now. I'll see you guys later. So I just got back from the party not too long ago. My makeup at this point is getting kind of crazy. But it was really good to see my friends and just hang out with them, catch up a little bit. People always ask me like, how is it making friends in beauty school? And those girls are seriously like my best, closest friends. And even though I've only known them for a little over a year, I feel like I've known them forever. You know what I mean? Like I'm so close to them. They know everything about me. Like, we share everything. We're constantly texting each other. We have a group chat. Like, I talk to them every single day. And I just know that they're gonna be in my life forever. But I am gonna go edit this vlog now, take off this makeup. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe and hit the little bell so you'll get notified every time I post a video. And I'll see you really soon in the next one. Bye.